So as we get started, I want you to think in these terms. Your marriage is intended to bring you more joy than you ever thought possible. There's literally two very, very unique, call them paths in your life. One is the path to God, you might say, building your relationship with God. There's no other path like it. It's beautiful, it's wonderful. But God loves us so much, He gave us marriage. The second path that is just amazing is the path of marriage. And I want you to experience marriage the way you're supposed to, which is feeling so much joy, so much love, so much harmony that you're floating in, I'll say it, marital bliss. And now what's happened in your marriage? Are you feeling like roommates instead of the lovers that you felt like when you first met each other? And your heart was just filled, wasn't it? And what happens is that because it's not your fault, it's not your wife's or husband's fault, it's not both of your fault, it's because we're not taught. Think of it this way. When you learn to do anything important, you don't just start doing it. Now, I oftentimes use the analogy of learning to drive a car. Could you imagine learning to drive a car without any instruction whatsoever? I just hand you the keys and I go, take it out, have a blast. You'll die. Now, worse than that is if I handed you keys to an airplane, or if I said, here's some hair dye, dye your hair, don't worry about it. Don't read the instructions. Are you kidding me right now? You know what would happen. Disaster would happen. And that's why we have an over 50% divorce rate in our country and frankly, all Western countries. Why? Because we get married without any guidance, without any instruction. We don't know the rules. We don't know enough about marriage to be married. And of those who are successfully married till the end of their lives, this is not a statistic, this is my guess, is that over 90% are not what you would call really happy marriages. Those 10% who know it intuitively or somehow figured it out, wow, those are wow marriages. What happens? Why do you feel like roommates? What took place? So there's two main things that happen. One, I call it the eclipse effect. When instead of paying attention to the love that you feel for each other, and this is just for you as an individual, whether you're a man or a woman, it's a false idea that it takes two to tango when it comes to marriage. And we could get into that a little bit before I go on, because there's a reason why this idea of two to tango is so dumb. What happens if one of you has a serious accident or one of you is going through a tough period? Does that mean your marriage is supposed to fall apart? Of course not. Embedded in your vows is in sickness and in health. This doesn't mean that you're going to become a martyr. This means that you're together. And when you're together, you help each other out of love. And in your marriage, that's looking at it negatively, positively. Even when your marriage is fine, you're together. One of you is just naturally always going to be more positive and more enthusiastic than the other. It's just the way life is. It's fine. Don't feel you're being cheated. One of the killers of marriage is this thought that this isn't fair. That's an insane thought in marriage. Your marriage is unique. So this eclipse effect of your mind coming in and telling you this isn't fair, this isn't right, this clouds out, this hides that love that you feel. The other thing that hurts marriages using the eclipse effect is when so much of life comes in. Everything is going pretty much fine. The trouble is you're busy. You don't know how you're going to make the bills this month. You got to take care of little Johnny who's having trouble in school, all these things. And what happens is you forget to focus on love. What is the solution? The solution is remembrance. Now, when I worked with individuals for many years, I said, in those days, we didn't have computers. I said, get 3x5 cards and just write, I love my wife, I love my husband, and put it everywhere. Those 3x5 cards, just as a reminder, so that you're constantly remembering what it's all about. Now, I'm really big on two things, and I want you to pay attention to the next part of this video. Number one, don't settle. Don't settle. Your marriage is meant to be incredibly joyful. I promise you that. Number two is never give up. So many people start hitting a tough spot in their marriage and they want to give up. Pay attention to this next part of the video. I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. God bless you, and take care. Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Been saving marriages since 2001. Now, what can we say about not giving up and not settling? These are two big deals. And I implore you that for your marriage, these are vital concepts, vital ideas. And they boil down to two things that we offer you. One are the books that we have. I have Lessons for a Happy Marriage, which is the first book that I wrote, and Breaking the Cycle. They're both great. Flip a coin as to which one you want. That's for not settling. Those books lay out for you exactly what marriage is all about. The guidelines, the intricacies, delves into communication, all the things about marriage that you need to know. And let me tell you right now, if your marriage is doing fine, but you just have this little problem here, this little problem there, but it's basically doing fine, don't settle. I promise you this, when you read one of these books, you're going to learn more about marriage than you even knew you didn't know, and it's going to change everything for the better. You will be so grateful that you took my advice and got one of those books. Now, the Don't Give Up, when I began, I was structuring, compiling all the marriage help that people need in order to save their marriage. I was a divorce mediator until 2001, and so I was fortunate that I was accessing a support group for those who were going to get a divorce called Second Saturday in San Diego, California. And so I was able to pull out of those sessions individuals, after I told them that I could help them save their marriage, who were beyond on the verge of getting a divorce. In my estimation, because I was a divorce mediator for a long time, I'm going to say 95 to 98% of the people for whom I got a divorce shouldn't have, didn't need to, had they known what I now know. And I proved this over 8 years by helping people. I took all of that knowledge and I put it into comprehensive courses, one for men and one for women. These courses, your course based on your gender, will bring you from the depth of the swamp that you find yourself in, out of that, into the light, and help you achieve a marriage you never even dreamed possible. That's a promise. Now, what if you're not even married? What if you're going to get married and you're just looking around for marriage advice? In that case, and I actually created this for some friends, we have a premarital course, which is amazing. You'll never have a problem in your marriage. Well, like nobody ever has a problem, but you won't have any killer problems. You'll know how to be married to get the most out of your marriage. What if you're only dating? Then I have a course for you too. This one I actually created for my son, and it is a step-by-step process for you to attract your soulmate and in the right way. I'm so glad that you found us. Please take advantage of that which we have to offer. We are here to serve you. I'm Paul Friedman. God bless you and take care.